are officially for the RT Fancast. That theme song was written by a user on the site MuseScore by the name of MarsJosh12. Welcome, guys, officially to the first episode of this 11 Gathering. And I'd like to mention up front that we are in no way associated with Rooster Teeth. We are part of the fan community, not the company itself. I'm your host tonight, Chris, here with Marco Luna.
Hola.
MaryPat.
Hi.
And Peter.
Heyo.
Alright, what's going on, you guys?
That, apparently.
Hell of an answer.
You okay?
I've been fine all day. I've been barely coughing all day, and then about 5 minutes I was like, my lungs are escaping.
Alright, let me get a notebook and mark down 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Turn down Mary's audio.
Remove it entirely.
Yeah.
Cut the first, there's gonna be
Suddenly this
technical
becomes a
difficulties.
three-person podcast.
Knock down Mary's audio.
The final...
Alright.
And then do it again.
Alright.
4 minutes, 5 seconds, do the same thing.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to cough. Or I'll
The
I'll
final
go
cut
somewhere
of this is just gonna be us three talking, and we're gonna mention Mary, but you're not gonna be able to hear her.
The three of us are gonna have a conversation. The three of us are gonna have a conversation while Mary dies in the background.
Yeah.
Episode 1.
What I was
Never
planning
forget.
to do if there was a lot of noise, I would just mute myself, during the call, the most I could if there was gonna be noise or me coughing or something. But
Oh, can I do that? Is that what the microphone
Yeah.
button is? Oh, okay.
Yep, that's
I believe
exactly
so.
what the
Awesome.
microphone button does.
Alright, just a minute then.
she's gonna go into a fit.
Nope,
She's
I'm
actually-
good now.
Oh. She's actually gonna go in the other room and die for a little bit.
Just, join us in a bit.
Wake up
Alright,
10 minutes
so
later and show up. Hey.
Onto our onto business. Business.
Alright, so I have a short list of topics to talk about today.
I'm getting deja vu, and I haven't even heard the topics yet. I wonder why.
Mary,
What are you
I don't
talking
know what
about,
you're
Mary?
talking about.
What are you talking about? This is the first time.
Is-
I'm
are
kinda
we gonna
feeling
talk-
that too?
Are we gonna talk about Kim Davis and Donald Trump?
Shut
Is
your
that on
mouth.
your list?
Because
I never-
9/11
Shut up,
was
Mary.
just recently. In fact, we're recording on 9/11 right now.
Never forget.
It's not 9/11 anymore. Oh,
Shut up!
goodness.
Shut your mouth! Shut up!
Why do you want to date it? Why do you want to date the podcast?
Alright, so obviously this is not
It's
gonna
actually
go well.
Christmas.
I'm
It's going
gonna
fantastic.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that we are recording on September 12th. We tried to do this last night and my internet crashed. And I lost the call entirely. So any awkward references to a lost episode are references to our 20-minute attempt from yesterday.
Well, no, the lost episode is actually uploaded on my channel. You
yeah.
You can find it. We'll put a link somewhere in the,
Oh, yeah,
in the
I'll-
video.
I'll link to
In
that.
the,
I
we
mean,
can't
I
A,
definitely
a
do
joke
can we?
that you finalized in about 2 minutes.
Yeah,
we
as
talked
soon as
about
it
it.
ended, I opened up Sony Vegas and there was a joke. And it already has a dislike on the video because I guess no one got it.
Oh, good
Well,
lord.
obviously.
Nobody
who'll
knows
get
what it is. They'll listen
No
to
one
this and then they'll
understands.
find out what the joke is.
Or
I
they-
just want to do.
or
I
they
do want to
won't
mention
know
that
at all.
at some point during.
But they still won't
during
know.
last
Just
night's
hate
call.
me.
When Chris's internet began to fail, he sounded like a transformer on my end. It just sounded like.
Oh, did I?
Autobots roll.
I can actually make Chris sound like a transformer if I turn on uTorrent right now. He'll just sound terrible because it just lags everything out of my internet.
You're a
he sounded like
pirate?
Megatron.
You pirate things? How dare you? That's
Oh God,
un-American.
piracy! Un-American. I'm not even American.
Oh, are you Canadian? Because
Again!
that's super un-Canadian.
Alright, 7
And one
minutes
whole
and
day
22
after 9/11, man. Really?
Listen, it doesn't really matter because it's on my end.
I'm marking down notes for when I edit this later.
I don't know how to.
cut Mary.
How do I mute in Audacity? Can you mute in Audacity temporarily? Because that'd be the way to go about doing this. Because then it wouldn't matter if I cough.
Like, unless your mic has, like, a physical mute button on it, then you could.
You don't get to silence Audacity. Audacity silences you.
Oh, well,
Russian.
I wish it was a cough drop then.
Gosh.
Okay, so to get back to Mary's awful joke about our failed attempt at a podcast from yesterday, we are going to talk about Kim Davis and how she was released from jail, not prison, after spending 6 days for defying a court order. She came out to a rally with Mike Huckabee and her lawyers, and Survivor's Eye of the Tiger was playing, and now Survivor is suing both Davis and Huckabee for using their song, for trashing their song.
God.
Which is funny as hell.
Oh, absolutely.
Very.
I mean, I want to bet that Survivor wouldn't care in general, but only because of who she is. They're like, oh, we're suing the crap out of this bitch.
Like the only reason like it's such a big of a problem is because of who it's associated with. I'm sure at any other rally they could have played that song. It doesn't matter. But at Kim Davis rally, no, not allowed.
Yeah.
Well, it also makes them relevant again.
Yeah.
Good point.
All of a sudden, you just talk about that song.
I think Survivor's
I mean, the only thing that made them relevant is the first place was Rocky. That was it.
Yep. The article I was reading, I think the spokesman for Survivor's exact words were something along the lines of "How dare she trash that song?" Like
right.
that was a spokesperson's words, was Kim Davis trash that song. I lost it.
Who in their coordination couldn't have guessed that maybe that would not have gone so well for them? You'd think that that'd be obvious. They should have gotten what's his face, the fuckhead who hunts the. Can't remember his name. No, he's a rock star dude. I really hated playing his songs on Guitar Hero because
I know who you're talking about.
Nugent, Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent.
They should have gotten one of his songs.
You don't like Ted Nugent?
No, I don't.
I've never heard any of his music, so I don't have an opinion.
No, see, it's not even his music that I have a problem with it. It's like he should be cooler than he is. However, I did see the Beer for My Horses movie, and he's like the most badass dude in the world in that movie. He's awesome, but I like his music, but sort of like his music, but he's just sort of, I don't know, I don't like him, especially on his hunting show.
He has a hunting show.
The way you feel about him is the way I feel about Steven Tyler, except there's no upside for his band. I just hate him and everything about him.
Wow.
I'm afraid to share my opinion now.
Yeah, me and Peter are just gonna shut our mouths.
I'm just like, I'm kind of okay with Ted Nugent. I'm kind of okay with Steven Tyler. It's like, all right, yeah, whatever.
Well, me being
I didn't know who
raised
Steven
on,
Sitting
Tyler
over
was.
here in the corner, just chilling out.
me being raised on rock as a child, my entire life, it's like I have a kind of a bias where like, how dare you insult Steven Tyler? He's part of Aerosmith, and Aerosmith made this and that and this and that. It's like,
He's
one of
just
those
like
things.
he's
He
just
produced
such
Liv
a
Tyler.
he
Oh,
put
you wanna
his
keep going?
he put his estranged daughter in all of his sexy music videos, and that made
He
him
did.
weird.
That was weird. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like
I mean-
that. Like him being weird does not ruin the songs for me though.
Yeah, there's a lot of musicians and artists that I
Right.
cannot
Do weird
stand.
shit.
I cannot stand them as a person, but I don't have anything against their music because their music is a completely different part of them.
Fair point.
It's just like Taylor Swift. I would never want to meet her in person, but some of her songs aren't that bad.
You
You
guys-
and I are the exact opposite.
Nerd. You like dorky pop music, haha.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
You like anthems
Yeah.
about being an independent woman, haha.
Yeah, well, we're sitting here, us hipsters, like the freaking alternative weird folk genre.
I'm sorry I don't listen to Foster the People. Jeez.
Not even that. No, you got to go way obscure. You got to find like
Foster
the
the People?
YouTube band that has like 10 views, filmed with their iPhones.
And then just
No,
let
you gotta
that
go,
become your
You
life.
gotta go right. You gotta go
Exactly.
right into the suburbs of like Southern California. Walk
Find
into a
the garage
neighborhood,
that's open.
Yeah. Find a garage band, and there you go. That's how hipster you can get.
I don't have enough time in my life to be a hipster. Then
I guess the most hipstery I get with music is Mystery Skulls, because they technically still are on Bandcamp. So that's sort of... Adam Kovic's brother has a band that I listen to, so that's, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Adam Kovic's brother is in a band. Good music.
The most unknown person I think I listen to is Watsky, but I think everybody knows Watsky.
I have no idea who that is.
Pale Kid Raps Fast. I think a lot of people saw that video, even if they don't know who he is. They sort of know
Pale
that
Kid
video.
Raps Fast. That sounds interesting.
He's just like... He looks like Michael Cera. He's a Michael Cera looking rapper. He's pretty cool.
That's actually pretty
That's an
accurate.
actor I
He
can't
looks a lot like Michael Cera. You can't stand Michael Cera?
I can't stand him. I liked him in Scott Pilgrim and... What other movie was it?
I've never seen Scott Pilgrim.
This is the end. He was in a movie.
Oh,
I only
yeah.
liked him in that one because he got
so
slapped by
weird in that.
Yeah, he was a freaking weirdo, and I like him in that. But every other movie, he's just like... He
was like trying to make out with Rihanna or whatever. Or something. He was like high or something, right?
He was trying to slap her ass. He slapped her ass.
Yeah. Don't touch
Which
my
is funny
bum,
because
bitch.
he's like as awkward in real life as he appears to be.
God.
So I bet that was fun for him to do.
And I guess that's the thing where actors get typecast into these roles where they're just like kind of awkward, weird, like lanky, pale sons of bitches. And it seems like he's a good actor because in that movie he was completely different than what I've seen him in. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want sort of less socially awkward Michael Cera, that's Jesse Eisenberg, right?
Yeah, it is Jesse Eisenberg. I actually like him because he does it well. Michael Cera just, it's tiring.
Well, because Michael Cera is weird and awkward, but Jesse Eisenberg is like smooth as fuck. Like, have you seen that Stoner movie with Kristen Stewart in it?
That Stoner movie.
Oh,
He's like
was it like
he's
American Ultra or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. He's like a stoner, but then he's a secret agent too, or something along those lines.
It's a recent movie,
He's
right?
reprogrammed as a secret agent or something like that.
I think he was always programmed, but then he just gets
but they
called
try
to
to
action.
activate him, and it doesn't work.
Kristen Stewart, Jesse Eisenberg, Topher Grace.
Topher Grace, yeah, he's in that.
God.
Yeah, it's American Ultra.
Grace.
American
Goodness.
Ultra. I just saw the trailer for that yesterday.
Bill Pullman's in that movie. And so is John Leguizamo.
Ooh, I love John Leguizamo.
Have you ever seen John Leguizamo in drag?
No, I haven't.
You ever see John
Tu
Leguizamo
Wong
in a fucking
Fu,
Luigi
thanks for
costume?
everything, Julie Newmar.
What has he been in one?
John Leguizamo in drag is a very convincing woman. Extremely convincing woman.
I gotta look this up.
Uncomfortably convincing woman.
Oh God, ow.
Coming from a woman, you heard it here first.
Anyway, Kim Davis, what a cunt, right?
Oh yeah, no, that bitch. I don't want to talk about her because there's this thing with like people like that I just like. I don't want to give them any recognition or attention. I want them to just go away.
Holy
right,
crap.
right.
Am
Yeah,
I
'cause
looking
we were
at
talking
John
about that yesterday.
Leguizamo? Am I looking at John Leguizamo or am I looking at a woman?
Okay, wait,
Yeah,
I gotta
right?
Google this. Hang
She's
on.
hot, right?
I
Like,
really-
look, yeah.
I really don't know which one. That's freaky
it-
shit.
In the
Yeah.
movie Manny the Fanny? Is that what this is? That's what it
Manny
says!
the
That's what's
Fanny.
giving me.
It's a
There's
crossover
multiple
between
pictures
Handy
of him
Manny
in drag
and
in like different
Yeah,
costumes.
there's Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. That's the one I know him from.
God.
About 3 drag queens who go on a journey of self-discovery into the
What?
conservative Midwest. It's
Okay.
if you're like high or something and you want to watch a movie that's gonna make you like laugh your ass off, that's a good movie to do. That and The
That sounds
Room.
like it. That sounds
Oh
like
my
a great
God.
experience.
The Room is great. I like voluntarily watch that several times a month. I love that
Oh,
movie.
hi, Mark.
Yeah, it's great.
How's your sex life?
I love everything about that movie.
Yeah.
I wish there was more. I wish he made more movies.
He's been talking for like 2 years about making a prequel to The Room, and I think
A
it might
prequel?
actually happen.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What stories could he expand on that?
Well, the guy, like the beginning of their relationship, I would imagine, but the guy who plays Mark came out with a book, and then that is going to be turned. It's a book about the filming of The Room, and then James Franco and Seth Rogen are making a movie based on that book.
Oh yeah,
And so
I heard that.
It brought The Room back into being sort of worthy of being talked about or whatever.
Oh Christ.
Yeah.
Ugh, Seth Rogen. You want to talk about just a waste of space?
Oh God, here we go.
Here's no.
Seth Rogen,
Chris,
you have a problem
Chris,
with
I'm
Seth
with
Rogen?
you. Chris,
I can't stand Seth. I don't think he's funny at all. He really pisses me off.
There's a certain level of like
Why?
where I can take a person, and you may think this is kind of like just me, like, oh, everybody likes this, so I hate it, but it's genuinely like he's been in things where I'm like, okay, I can get a laugh out of that, but now it's just this idea that whatever Seth Rogen and God, added James Franco are in, it is gold, and you should watch it, and you should love it, and you should take it to bed with you, and you should fuck it.
Well, no. In defense of Chris, I understand where he's coming from.
I almost spit my water everywhere.
I understand completely. It's that it seems like people have originated the opinion that the Seth Rogen alone comedy is awful. Seth Rogen with James Franco it's one of those weird comedies where you kind of have to know going in that it's a Seth Rogen James Franco comedy. Like it's a weird particular style of it's gross out, but then there's like weird introverted gross out in there.
Well, because that's who James Franco is. He's
exactly
he's weird. But
the weird thing was go ahead.
Zach and Miri Make a Porno. That was a great movie, and that was just Seth Rogen as the lead. I thought that was a great movie.
I've never
I don't know,
seen
you guys might disagree. Oh, it's a great movie.
Okay.
It's the Kevin Smith movie, and I'm a big fan of Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith is great.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's Seth Rogen, Zac Efron movie.
Neighbors.
Neighbors. That was awful.
Okay.
I hate that
It was
movie, and I
awful.
hate how
It
it
was
got
awful.
hyped up to be so funny because it really wasn't.
I don't like making opinions when I haven't seen a movie, but the one movie, going back to Seth Rogen and James Franco, that I will not watch, and I will keep my opinion that it is bullcrap, is
Pineapple Express.
The Interview. I like Pineapple Express. The Interview.
The Interview?
The backlash that it got, and apparently, North Korea, this and that.
It wasn't worthy of the backlash. It really wasn't.
Yeah, and it got so hyped. I was going to watch it. It looked funny enough, but it got so damn hyped. I'm like, there's no way in hell that it's going to live up to it.
Did you see,
And I'm not going to watch it.
I can't even remember the name of the damn movie anymore, but the Amy Schumer movie, I felt like I saw more commercials for that movie than when I actually saw it than the time the movie lasted. I think I saw 4 or 5 hours worth of commercials for that movie. Trainwreck.
Trainwreck?
It was, yeah.
Was that really recent?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I've seen
something cool
commercials
about
for
that. John Cena was in it. John Cena's arm.
The Champ?
Yeah, John Cena's arm looks like a human, like a small human. His arm is. There's a scene where he's having sex with Amy Schumer and he's over her, and his arm he's holding himself up with his arm. His arm is huge, and it made me very uncomfortable because it looked alien. And then there's a storyline that he's gay or something, which I thought was funny.
Amy Schumer, Bill Hader. LeBron James was in that movie. I don't know if that
He was
speaks...
all over that movie.
I don't know if that speaks highly or lowly of the movie.
You want to talk about train wrecks? This is where I'm with Peter on the uTorrent thing. There's some things that I refuse to pay money for, but I want to see how bad it is.
Right.
Fantastic Four. Holy hell.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, I wanted
Is
to
there
blow
a
my
good quality version online?
I wanted to blow my brains out.
Why? I won't even torrent that movie. That's just no.
I didn't want to, but my dad downloaded it. He's like, I just want to see how bad it is. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I might as well too. My God, and I don't care about spoilers. If you care about spoilers for this movie, I'm sorry, but
Why?
they just do this.
I
they
like
do this
Same
weird thing
story every fucking time.
Yeah, but
They get drunk.
it was okay. Listen to me. It was decent at first. I was like, okay, this is getting a few laughs out of me. It's not terrible. By the time it got past the first act, I wanted to take the computer and bust it into pieces like Office Space style. And
When they actually get powers?
a bit after that, because the climax is so crazy. They get the powers. The government uses 2 of them. Mr. Fantastic comes back, and then they figure out how to make the machine work again. They go back to the other universe or dimension, whatever, and they find Dr. Doom, who had gotten trapped there and left for dead. Basically, he goes in, trashes the place, goes back. They follow him back. They have this I kid you not. I stopped watching. I went to my room. 5 minutes later, the battle was over. It was like a 5-minute like final battle, and then they got their. I like how they tried to set up like a sequel for them. It's like, shut up, you're not making a sequel for this movie.
I love when just like crap movies lay seeds for sequels. Like I don't know if you guys saw it, the
Mario Brothers movie.
The Mario Brothers, the Matthew Broderick Godzilla movie.
I like that movie.
That's right.
I
well,
like
no, that
movie.
was setting up the TV series, wasn't it? It wasn't a sequel. It was because there was like a TV or cartoon or some bullshit after that.
That followed the events of that movie.
Yeah, wasn't that what it was?
I didn't know there was a TV show about the end credit scene where the baby dinosaur pops out of or the baby Godzilla pops out of the egg. It's like, ooh, sequel. It's like, ooh, sequel. It's like, absolutely not.
Godzilla TV series. It was an animated series. When the fuck did this start?
I didn't know that Godzilla was supposed to be like a good guy.
He goes back and forth in
well, he's a giant monster, and that's why he's a bad guy. But like, he's trying to eradicate bigger bad guys, right? Like,
but yeah, he's the like defender of the earth that will also just like fuck up Japan every other day.
And turns out that's actually also the Cloverfield sequel. The Cloverfield monster was a good guy the whole time. I'm totally making that up, but you know,
you're making that up. I'm just like thinking back, like the designs of the monsters are quite similar.
Yeah. Well, and you know, something falls into the water to wake it up.
Yeah.
Another movie, you know, really is the newer Godzilla movie that I hear a lot of people were like annoyed by, and I haven't seen it, but I heard that like
because Bryan Cranston wasn't in enough of it.
They like I saw him in the trailers. He was in like 90% of the trailer, maybe not that much, but a good amount of it, and people were expecting him, and then he was just gone for most of it.
Yeah.
You want to know who I expected to be in a Godzilla movie? Godzilla.
Yeah.
He was in that movie for maybe a bit longer than Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, like to be fair, he was in there longer than Bryan Cranston, but he wasn't.
But that's not saying much.
But the whatever, the thing that he was fighting, that was in it. Or
the Muto.
But
yeah.
To be fair, I think that like Godzilla had like one of the best marketing strategies. As disappointing as it was, they tried to make it seem like Bryan Cranston was the main, and they tried to make it seem like Godzilla was the only monster. So doing that makes Bryan Cranston's death a little bit more like kind of out of nowhere.
Wait, he dies? What?
Shut up! No. I mean, in the TV series, he doesn't. Okay, wait, I want to check. Is Bryan Cranston in the TV series?
Which TV series?
I'm reading
Breaking
this.
Bad?
Godzilla,
Because
the
you're
animated
wrong.
TV series. It premiered September 12th, 1998, is a direct follow-up to the American Godzilla film starring Matthew Broderick.
Bullshit.
No! Okay, here's the plot. Using an art style similar to the Men in Black TV series and Extreme Ghostbusters.
Oh my god.
Both
It's a
successful.
direct follow-up, and it
Highly
lasted
acclaimed.
until 2001, and then 3
What?
freaking seasons. People wanted this show. How many seasons were there? 2 seasons? What the fuck?
That's 1.5 too many.
Oh my Christ. What was the
Whenever I hear of
reception?
shows like going on the shows, that show Undateable, I did not think it was going to go past the first season. I don't like that show. I tried watching one episode. I'm like, this is not for me. And it's still going, I think. So I'm just like, people watch that? People want that show?
Yeah, I've noticed that there's a lot of shows that are... Like, did you guys ever see that Alcatraz show? Like, I thought if they gave that show another season, that could have been really good, but they decided to cancel it. But then they leave, like, you know, whatever else on.
Yeah, it's like, just keep watching this bullshit.
Well, I think it was a show called Forever that, like, finished this year. The premise was interesting. It's like a guy is immortal, and he's a coroner. No, he's not coroner. He works in the fucking morgue. But he becomes
that was that was Mr. Fantastic. Look,
and it's Reed Richards plays him or whatever his name was, and then they canceled it. But it's like at least they canceled it. Like at least they whoever made the fucking show, I forget. But at least they knew it was kind of canceled because they kind of bookended the story very well.
Yeah,
I don't want to spoil how it ends because it wasn't that great of a show, but it was entertaining at least. It was better than some of the other shit I've seen.
Well, that sounds like the plot of iZombie, sort of, except with zombies.
That show
they
just was
cancel it,
hilarious to me. No, I think it's still going.
No, it's still going. Okay, I need to watch it. I didn't pirate it yet.
iZombie?
Yeah, Zombie.
It's finished its season.
Yeah, it's I think 13 episodes. Because they like to do the half season or the whatever.
That's
but
shit.
Well, that's what the Flash and Arrow do with like 23 episodes. They take a break in between episodes.
yeah,
Take a mid-season finale.
that's a CW thing, right?
Yeah, that's CW's like trademark. Just like, nah, you're gonna wait. You're gonna wait, and you're gonna like it.
So speaking of Kim Davis,
Right. Well, I think we all agree. I hope whatever she goes
Television
away.
and movies suck. Play video games all day.
no, we haven't gotten to video
No?
games yet.
What?
Shut up. Wait. We're getting video games. So we gotta go through the news first. Isn't that how this is set up, right, Chris? It's the news
All
and
right.
then stuff.
To put a cap on the Kim Davis thing, she's probably gonna be around for a while. She's probably gonna get a book deal and all that stuff. But let's hope she doesn't.
Chris hopes she gets a bullet in the head.
Damn straight.
Oh, he's alive. Okay. Damn straight. Amen to that. Oh, irony.
So, on a much lighter note, the other day I was on my phone in the bathroom because what else do you do? And I was going through Facebook and I saw a trailer.
Were you
for,
also pooping?
I think I was done pooping.
I'm trying to feel the story. I'm trying to get
Wait, so
really
you
into
finished and you were still like sitting on the toilet and going through your phone, or were you washing
Yeah.
your hands and then going on your phone?
No, I was still sitting and on my
guys.
phone.
Oh, okay,
And,
all right, I get this.
I saw a
Sitting
trailer
on the toilet?
for an app called Pokemon Go. Have you heard of the game Ingress? Ingress.
Yeah, it's a game that they made. Like the same people made it, right? And, like,
Yeah, it's so Pokemon Go is basically this game Ingress with Pokemon, and what Ingress is it's an app that will use your GPS location and landmarks around you, and it'll split you into one of two factions, Resistance or God, and I can't remember the name of the other faction. One's blue, one's green, and you have to control portals that will develop this material called exotic
I
matter.
am already on board. This
Yeah.
sounds fantastic.
Like especially like in college, all of the residence halls have a portal. Some of the sculptures have a portal. Stores around campus have portals, and it's just these two factions fighting over portals. You can hack enemies, you can destroy them, you can set them up, and you're just thrust into this community that uses your GPS location wherever you are, and it'll show you all the portals that are around your area, and it's awesome.
sounds
I just
fun.
want to play Pokemon.
The same people made Ingress but with Pokemon, and the trailer looked amazing.
That sounds awesome.
It looks amazing.
I'm definitely gonna link to the trailer so you guys listening can see it. But it's not coming until next year, which made me upset because it looked so finished and so polished. It's like coming soon, 2016. I'm like, oh, for God's sake, really?
And then gets pushed back and
In the
back
meantime,
and
you
back.
can play Game of War, and Kate
Yeah.
Upton can talk to you.
Kate
Oh
Upton.
my god.
I cannot
With her
because
boobs.
that she is the best part of that game.
Right? Right?
And she's not. She's the best part of the game, but she's not even in the game.
Right, yeah.
What
It's
game?
it's a
Game of War.
It's a mobile game that they use Kate Upton in their advertising.
You guys didn't get the meme.
What?
Was this meme where you say, "Whoop, sorry." Oh my god.
Drop your chips.
Oh
now.
Well,
no.
that was loud.
Godzilla's attacking.
Where you say what game or the game, and when people ask what game, you say the game that you just lost.
Oh,
Now-
Marco,
now we're gonna-
I hate you.
Oh.
I hate you
Shut your
so
mouth.
much.
But to be fair,
Oh my god.
If you've
we're gonna
lost the
link
game
to,
once, can you re-lose the game? Or is it just done after that?
God,
I'm pretty
Marco,
sure-
you
I'm pretty sure
suck
you
and I hate you.
Are we
If
gonna
you
link
lose, you
to the
lose.
Joker saying if you have to explain a joke, there is no fucking joke?
Yeah,
Pretty
much.
much. So anyways, back to Pokemon Go, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, let's not talk about Kate Upton anymore. Let's talk about
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yes, Kate Upton,
Much
who
better,
cares? Cat Daddy.
in my opinion.
Hey, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Shit, Rotom.
We're gonna be here for 20 minutes.
Are we talking like through all the generations or just
Through all.
Because Pokemon Go is just Generation 1, which is really smart advertising.
Oh,
Yeah,
because
that's
and
better.
all of the
Yeah.
people in the commercials aren't little kids; they're all teenagers and adults that grew up with the first generation.
You're gonna
Are you
you're
not
gonna get
answering the question because your favorite Pokemon is like Teddy Ursa or something? And you're
I
embarrassed?
saw one
I said
child in
Rotom
the
for
whole
God's
trailer.
sake. No one knows who that Pokemon is.
I know who
I know
Rotom
what
is.
Rotom
Rotom's
is. I know who
awesome.
that is.
You have to go to like the factory to get him, right?
I mean, my favorite
I don't
Pokemon
know.
out of all
I
the
had to
gens
It's
get
the
him
electric thing.
so far.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not-
like I had to go to a
like-
TV to get him. It was in Pokemon
Yeah.
like Platinum or shit. Yeah, you had to find a TV.
Yeah.
It was so
That was
bullshit.
also the one where
and
you
he
had to
never
like
listened
smother
to
honey
me.
on trees.
I'm not going for power or legendariness.
My favorite is
It's-
Meganium. I
Nice.
shared a favorite Pokemon with Gavin,
Siri not available.
and that's a joke.
Connect to the
No.
It's Meg.
God
Shout
damn
out to
it!
Shout out to Siri.
What is happening?
That was
You're not
that was my phone. Let's just
We're being
pretend it
hacked.
didn't happen.
All
Anyway, I
right,
like
at
Meganium.
32:33, cut Mary's mic again.
You can cut out where I literally like
pretending I'm
smashed
Chris.
my computer, right?
Yeah, Marco, what's going on with you?
Oh, I accidentally I pulled my headphones and the headphones fell onto the computer. I'm like, oh, well, that's great.
Well, that's less exciting than I portrayed it to be.
Wait, you thought I was like fighting ninjas or some shit in my bedroom?
That would be much better. Go with that story.
All right, yeah, Ninja came in through the window. I had to kick his ass and he hit the computer. There you go. Sorry.
And then
That's
Godzilla showed up.
awesome.
Marco, you're also super
Was
quiet.
Bryan Cranston with him?
Am I really quiet? Or am I just
Yeah,
far
Yeah,
away from the mic?
you are really quiet.
Bryan
Still or
Cranston
was?
cooks meth for the mission.
Oh my god.
You know what the moral of Breaking Bad was? Pay teachers more money.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
Amen. Amen.
The moral is never quit your frickin' job. Start
He
the
didn't
moral
quit.
is
He
don't-
died.
Yeah, no, we mean he died. No, he sold his shares to Gray Matter, and then he's like, I'll never mean nothing. Goes to be a teacher and work at a frickin' car wash. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Excuse
I don't
me.
think
You could do
would
so
moral
much
of the
more.
story is don't
understand
get
how
cancer.
douchey. Like how hard it's really difficult to work with really douchey people, and that I don't know, the other half of Gray Matter, whatever, the dude, he was
And
like,
their eyebrows.
he had to be probably impossible, especially since what's her face, Gretchen or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
Especially when there was fallout with Air, it would have been really difficult for him to stay working with a guy who was like banging his ex.
I guess, yeah.
But I don't think, I think they should have de facto given him a percentage. Like
I
not
can't tell
asking
you-
if
Yeah,
he wanted
like,
it, just
yeah,
giving it.
something
How-
like that.
How much I wanted instead of, and are we allowed to go with spoilers and shit? It's
For
been
Breaking
years,
Bad?
right? Yeah.
It is like-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're safe.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
like-
it's we passed the time of like, all right. I wish that instead of Hank, they had just taken his wife. I was so done with her BS.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I get, you know, in real life, if you put yourself in her shoes, it's a horrible situation, and you probably would divorce your husband too, or and cheat on him. Sure, why not? But I hated her so much. Skylar, I wanted her dead.
I wish they went with like the fan theory that was going on at the time was that she was gonna kill herself after she found out Hank was dead. I would have just been like,
jeez.
that would have been like, holy shit. This show would have gone
Please,
way
don't.
darker and would have been so awesome.
Darker?
Darker than it was. She killed
Darker?
herself.
Really?
Watching
Yeah.
some chick gurgle her own vomit until she died.
I mean,
Pretty dark.
that wasn't that dark. The
It
plane
was
crash
gross to
darker.
watch.
It was fun to watch. I didn't like her.
Wow, Peter.
I mean, she was attractive, but I didn't like her as a character.
So I just said that somebody gurgled to death on their own vomit while they were on drugs, and Peter's like, "That was fun to watch."
It was entertaining television.
You're a fucking weirdo.
So Kim Davis.
Yeah.
Shut up.
No wait, Pokemon Go. Right, that's what we're talking about.
Pokemon, yeah. What favorite Pokemon? Mine's
I think
Meganium.
this should just be a TV podcast since we keep going back to TV and movies.
Oh yeah, I still never answered the Pokemon question.
Right.
Yeah.
Pokemon Rotom.
Oh god.
Heracross.
Uh, Probably Mew,
Ah,
Wow.
Oh yeah.
because he was
do you like a popular Pokemon?
he
I'm
was
judging
freaking powerful and adorable. I love
You're
the
not
shit
you're
out
a
of Mew.
hipster Pokemon fan.
Powerful. Adorable.
What you call
Out
me?
of a hipster
No, you're not a
Pokemon
hipster
fan.
Pokemon fan.
Like, yeah.
You like the mainstream Pokemon. You fucking clown.
Right. Out of the original those, I like Articuno, and I think that makes me a little bit whatever.
I don't even
Cold-hearted.
know who's in the original.
I'm a piece of shit. With the original 151, my favorite is Arcanine and Growlithe. You know, Growlithe mainly because he's so cute, and Vulpix is close second. Fire, man. I'm a fire guy. But
Oh
what?
man, I'm the girl
But,
on this podcast, and you're like, I like him because he's cute.
It's fucking adorable. Can't deny that.
Oh shit!
so
I
does
changed.
Gary.
I changed my answer. Eevee, because I always loved how you could pick what Eevee evolved into.
Oh!
Huh.
Shit, yeah, I remember that.
I remember the first time I caught an Eevee, and I don't remember what game.
I think in yellow you just like walk in and take it.
I remember.
Have there been any other evolutions since Leafeon and Glaceon?
Yeah, there's a little pink one in the new one. It's like
See, I haven't
it's
gotten
cute.
around to doing that yet. Because I have to be an adult.
What?
What? Just do it behind closed doors.
No, like, I, just don't
besides
have time.
the
It's
BDSM
like,
thing, but
hey now.
God.
forgive
Don't knock
jokes
it
no
till
one
you
gets
try
the
it.
setup to.
They'll learn. They'll learn.
I'm
We'll
sure
get
they
there.
will.
Soon enough.
We'll get there. We've still got like an hour podcast. We'll get there.
So,
Yeah, you know.
We
if
still got
you'd
urine
like a
story.
little
Podcast, the world.
BDSM 101, I can drop a little something.
Please,
do you know
for the
what-
love of God, don't.
Do you know what figging is?
No.
Figging?
I've heard
Figging.
of this. I don't remember.
I've
this
not
at
heard
all.
of that. No.
All right, you go to the store and you buy like a ginger root, and they're all like
Oh, no.
misshapen,
Oh!
Oh no.
and then
This
you
is
shave
familiar.
it down
Oh no.
so that the skin is off of it, and then you put it up someone's butt.
Oh
And
my god.
It burns their butt.
Oh.
So Pokemon Go. I saw a comment on Reddit about it.
Oh my god.
It was that they wanted these two people like realize like remember Chris said that like the commercial is oriented more like teenagers and adults. Someone said like you could like really beat up kids to sell their Pokemon and become Team
Oh my
Rocket.
God.
Instead. Like that's genius.
That is a good idea.
See, I think that would only work on like a college campus though, like someplace where there's a lot of activity. Because I like where I live, I don't think.
Da-da.
I think I could own the whole place.
You gotta have a team, you know. You gotta have the boombox guy who plays the battle music. You gotta have somebody to do the like
Plays
the chant with you.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
You don't need to sing it. I know what it is. We don't need musical accompaniment, Marceau.
I have the entire Marcel.
Yeah, I
Schmaltz?
can't read your name as Marco. I'm sorry. It doesn't work.
Marcel.
It's Marcel.
Fucking white people.
It makes sense.
Hola, Marcel. ¿Cómo estás?
Where are the senoritas?
Eevee's evolutions are Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon.
Yeah.
Whoever brought that up, Sylveon is the newest evolution.
Yes. Also adorable.
Oh,
I'm
generation.
sorry, I have to
I
be a
will have
man.
to look
Hey,
into
you
that.
know what my favorite Pokemon is? Primate, because he's like full of testosterone, manliness. Woo, yeah.
You're trying to
I can't believe-
save
Hitmonlee
yourself.
and Hitmonchan aren't.
Which
Even
Pokemon is
if
that
they-
deer one?
They wear skirts.
Okay.
Fighting
Hitmon-
gear?
Fucking
What?
Fighting gear.
Fighting gear. Not skirts.
Oh, okay. I have to Google what Pokemon is the deer one. in Pokemon X, who's the
Stantler.
legendary in that?
Right.
Oh, and
Oh.
yeah. I was gonna say Stantler from Johto.
Let's see if Google will come out.
No, the deer one is from Unova from 5th Gen.
No, the legendary Pokemon X.
The legendary.
Oh, legendary one. Yeah, because I'm like the one.
What?
little
Oh,
deer
Xerneas. How do you pronounce
Yeah.
it?
Xerneas.
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 That's my favorite. Rotom is second to that.
God.
I
In
forgot-
all
I
the
completely
gens,
forgot.
my favorite is Heracross still. I love it. It's so hard to grab. In my experiences playing the Johto games, could not find one. Eventually found one, and I cried.
You cry and then you accidentally turned off your game and you didn't have to save.
And then you
You
cried
can't save
more.
during a battle.
I really liked the
I loved him too.
the Dialga or
me
whatever.
Oh, Dialga.
yeah, Roar of Time
Diamond and
shit.
Pearl.
Yeah.
So there's this big debate that I always had with friends growing up. I didn't play the Diamond and Pearl games. I played them once, but I think that it's Arceus. I say Arceus.
Arceus.
Arceus, really? It's
Arceus.
It hits. It hits.
I
the
thought it
ear
was
wrong. I don't know
Arceus.
why. Arceus.
I'm gonna
I
get
say
schooled.
Arceus.
I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look up the
So wait.
pronunciation of a
Arceus
Pokemon's
and
name.
Arceus, Marco and Marcel. They got you.
Huh.
Shut your mouth,
Weird.
Peter.
What? I don't play Pokemon.
There's not even. Well, I guess there is an L in my name, but that's like if you're reading it without a space in between.
Marco Luna. You share the same
Marcel
initials as
Una.
Miles.
That'd be a great like rap name. Marco Luna. What?
Marco Luna in the house.
Is Arnold
Sound like-
Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, I was gonna
Facing
say
him?
something like Arnold Schwarzenegger for a second.
Really? Ow!
Get
Get to the
I'm
jabber!
Mexican.
Ugh.
Peter trying to kick me out.
What? What's wrong? What's going on?
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't like Mexican people.
What?
Oh.
Didn't he bang one for like 20 years?
Yes, he did. You're welcome, Mr. Schwarzenegger. If it wasn't for us.
Like 20 years. Oh, God.
He banged two, didn't he? Or was his wife not Hispanic? Or what was she? She
No,
was so
she's
tan,
a
I couldn't
Kennedy.
tell. Ooh.
She's
Oh,
like
oh.
pure white people.
100%
The purist.
white.
No,
Oh.
she's like yeah, you know. I don't know.
Pure white people.
I mean, I don't think Hitler would have liked her, but you know.
You know, like, there's like eggshell white and there's like pure white. This is like ultra white or whatever when you go for paint colors.
She's
You know?
translucent.
It's like that that new mouthwash that's supposed to whiten it the most. It's like is it?
That's any mouthwash.
I saw a
No, but the
commercial
one that's
for
like actually white.
Gives a
I
shit.
saw a commercial for a toothbrush that has the whitener whatever paintbrush in part of the toothbrush. I immediately bought it. Like I was a sucker for.
Does it work?
Yeah, it does.
I was
mean,
always
It feels weird, but yeah.
I was always a shithead when brushing my teeth, so my mom had to buy me those ones that played music. So like you can't stop brushing until the music stops.
Oh my god.
And
You were one of
time,
those kids? Are you kidding me?
Listen to me.
What song?
We couldn't find any, and it was the Miley Cyrus one. Well, Hannah Montana. I
I'm so glad I asked.
should say. Whenever somebody was
You
over, I
get
would say it
the
was my like cousins or
best
something
of
for when
both
she stayed over.
worlds.
But that happened. That was me.
Okay, so I found a pronunciation of Arceus. It's actually... Christ. Okay, so I was wrong. Arceus' name pronunciation in Pokemon Battle Revolution is Arceus. However, this is wrong compared to the movie's pronunciation, which is also the official pronunciation announced by Game Freak of Arceus.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marco Luna is the winner.
Yeah, so Marco was right, and I was not.
Marco Luna.
It's Arceus.
What?
Yeah.
It's also GIF.
Win.
No, it's
I
GIF. Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay,
goddamn it.
let's not
Shut
even
your
get
mouth.
into it.
I say
It
GIF.
doesn't matter.
I say GIF. I hate
They're,
GIF.
who cares? They're
I just said it
both,
jokingly.
You know what you're talking about if you say both of them. It doesn't matter.
I
No, I think you're talking about peanut butter.
Yeah. Same.
Like
Listen,
Jesus. I don't want peanut butter right now. What are you talking
If
about?
peanut butter was a series of, funny happenings, then I would eat peanut butter more often.
It's like, have you seen this cool GIF? I'm like, there's a new flavor. What are you talking about?
I mean, I buy Skippy. I don't know about you because I'm a friggin' 10-year-old.
I don't remember what I buy. It's a Canadian brand. It's like some.
I buy great value.
Fancy over here.
It's not great value. It's not like no name. I forget what the fuck it's called.
This guy.
No
this
name
guy,
peanut butter.
It has like bears
He
on
goes
the
to
jar.
the local Canadian farmers market. This Peter.
Shut up.
There's,
My whole
there's
town is a farmer's market.
There's some BDSM stuff involving peanut butter if you'd like to hear about it.
Please, Mary,
Okay,
for God's sake,
but
stop.
before
No,
you
no, no.
start, where's the peanut butter located?
Where
In
do
the
you
vagine?
think? No,
I can think of a number of
no.
places that would be, cool.
Do you want ants? Because that's how you get ants.
Yeah, or
That's
yeast
how you get ants,
infection.
Lana.
I mean, come on.
Around the schlong to make the beeger taste good. Obviously.
No. Completely
When you said
covered
that-
in it.
When you said that, Chris, my idea, what popped into my head was the episode of Good Mythical Morning that was recently where they used peanut butter and made, like, his hair into peanut butter. And that's what I just thought of. That was a penis, and the tip of it was just covered in peanut butter.
Oh, man.
So thank you for
Hey,
that
so
image.
we all have our theories. Mary, what's the answer?
You know what? I think you're too young.
What are you talking
about
about?
it.
Bull
How
crap.
old is Mary?
Shut your
I'm not going
mouth.
to ask you.
Just Google it. Just, you know.
Google what?
There's
Where
no
do you
way
put
in
peanut
hell I'm
butter
doing
when you
that.
think about getting kinky? Like, what?
No, peanut butter BDSM.
That's not going to get me to any weird sites. Okay, turning off safe search.
PB and BSM?
Peanut butter BDSM. Let's see where this goes. Thanks, Siri.
I'm gonna look this up.
First one,
Peanut
chocolate
butter.
and peanut butter analogy.
So Kim Davis, right?
That's
It's
the
just
one I found.
analogies. Or there's a literotica. There's a... And then there's a
There's,
Tumblr
like-
account. Okay, chocolate and peanut butter
Oh my
analogy.
god.
Oh god, Tumblr.
It's like Rule 34 of peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter X jelly.
I've seen that. I don't want to
I
see
ship
that
it.
ever again.
I ship it.
You ship it?
Jeez.
That's my Tumblr joke for today. Thank
What
you,
is?
everyone.
What am I reading? What is happening?
There's like this peanut butter and chocolate analogy, but it won't load for me for some reason. I don't know if I want it to load.
What is life if not
Probably
a peanut
'cause you're
butter and
too
jelly
young.
sandwich?
Shut up! Shut up! I'm too young. Go to hell. Okay.
The chocolate
Ooh,
and peanut
got 'em.
butter analogy is an educational concept used to describe interactions between the concepts of sex, relationships, power exchange dynamics, and SM within the context of BDSM. What does that mean? That doesn't tell you where you put it. I read through this. There is no information.
Why don't you just type into Google, where do you put peanut butter on yourself?
That's not
during
gonna help.
BDSM?
That's not gonna help at all. Chocolate and peanut butter are not the same thing. No shit. This
Nutella.
article makes no sense. Why is there like a BDSM wiki?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I
Because
found.
there's a wiki for everything.
BDSMwiki.info. I will not be putting a link to any of this.
10 shades.
You will
of
have
stupid.
Please
you will have
don't.
to find this on your own.
If you're dumb enough to look it up.
Okay, where does the peanut butter go? That's all I'm googling.
So, what was
We
the most
wanna know.
recent
Where does
RT video you watched?
No, we can't transition from.
You can't
Any
do
of
Yes,
that.
that's
we
we
gotta
are.
make it
That's what's
smooth.
happening. No, that's what's happening right now.
We still have to
It's
find out where the
not
peanut
nice.
butter went. Okay, well, the most recent one was the podcast where they had peanut butter on their pancakes. There you go. There's your tradition. That's the one I watched yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I really enjoy their pancake
Bloody
podcast.
I like the Pancake Podcast too.
I don't know why.
I like
I just
pancakes.
watched that last night, I think.
Because you...
The last one I watched, it's not necessarily Rooster Teeth content, but a guy took all of the Achievement Hunter Let's Plays for the end.
Hembo Hero?
The first time they did it. No,
No?
different guy.
Ah, damn.
He took the three, it was 49, 50, and 52, and he strung them together into one consistent episode.
Oh, that's the Ender Dragon one, right?
Yeah, it was just go to the end. And
Oh,
it was like
yeah, the
way
end.
back a few years ago.
Yeah.
And he took the 3 episodes and just put them all into one. And
Is
I
that where
watched
Jack spent 3 episodes building a house?
That's where he spent most of the first
Yeah.
episode building the house.
Yeah.
First I was building
I'm
a
gonna
house.
build a house.
And then they left the house and never came back to it.
They never went back to
They
it.
lived in the stronghold.
Right.
No way in, no
They
way out.
barely used it. It was great.
It's like you
It's
just
fine,
dug a
'cause-
hole and got the same effect.
It made Jack happy.
Yes.
Yeah, good for him.
And
Whatever makes the man
I
happy, you know?
say
It's
that
good.
Happy Jack is like young Santa.
What does
What
it
was
mean?
that noise? No, like ho 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 and like jolly.
Wow. Hey,
You
I
can't
hope
say
Jack
you
never
can't
listens
you
to this
can't
because
say
you're
that
just
word around
insulting
Jack. He's
him.
married now.
Oh,
You can't say ho around Jack anymore. He's married now.
speaking of which, I know they had talked about this and they mentioned everything. How Jack was in a.
Katie is lovely, by the way.
Chris?
Who's that?
What's happening? Oh
Chris.
crap!
Audio's playing over your mic, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, no. One of my topics videos decided to load us on
Porn
CNN.
videos? Yeah, it's okay.
No,
I feel you.
shut your mouth.
That's.
I don't know why that happened. I didn't click anything.
Was it about peanut butter and BDSM? Because that'd be
No.
that'd be
We
I'm
still
guessing-
don't. We still don't know what that means, Mary. Please.
I'm guessing he was searching for Kim Davis, articles and accidentally clicked on the Rule 34 one. Probably a bit.
Oh,
Rule 34 is
jeez.
Kim Davis.
No,
You shut
no.
up right now. Get out.
That's awful.
Oh, for God's sake!
God,
Stop.
Chris, please.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
All right,
Day and
All
night
right.
Trump.
there.
Speaking of Donald
Trump
Trump,
on the
Red
Trump
vs.
net.
Blue ended a couple weeks ago. Last week, I think.
What?
Red vs.
Yeah.
Blue ended.
It was
There's
What does
great.
that
season
have to do with
13
Donald
finale.
Trump?
The epic battle they tried to set up that didn't happen. Spoilers.
Yeah, but
Way
it
to
was
spoil
great.
it. Man,
Ain't
I
that
hope
a bitch?
nobody who hasn't seen it.
I think I have top comment on the Reddit post.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, because I made a reference alluding. I was the first one on there, and I said, "Ain't that a bitch?" was very close to the "son of a bitch" joke that they do when characters die, and people are like, "That's what that was." I'm like, "Yeah, you didn't get that."
X-Ray and Vav is next Saturday.
Oh, so
That's
hyped.
when it starts.
So hyped.
Oh God.
They had a Saturday morning cartoon thing this morning. That was cool.
I can never make those. Sucks to be me.
The
Wake
live
up earlier.
streams?
Freaking get up at the
That's
crack
not
of
gonna
dawn, and you
happen.
miss nothing.
Did any of you guys catch the live stream they did for X-Ray and Vav? The
You mean
the Saturday morning cartoon stream?
The one that Mary
This
was
You mean
talking
the one
morning,
we were just
yeah.
talking about?
I missed it
Yeah.
completely. I didn't watch it.
I only caught a little bit. I would have caught more, but I forgot.
I
I had
didn't
an
know.
alarm set.
I didn't know it was a stream. Like I just saw it's like, oh, they did an X-Ray Van thing. I'll watch it later. I didn't see that it was live.
I mean, they'll probably post it, or you can find it on YouTube.
Hopefully.
It was, they didn't even, they watched the episodes, but they talked over them. So if you really wanted to watch the episode, that wasn't the way to go about it. But they, Gray sort of moderated it and talked about stuff. And they showed a clip from the second half that X-Ray uses his laser vision to get a criminal, pretty much. In a funny way. See, I'm terrible at
Wacky.
explaining things.
There was
Or telling
there's one
jokes.
thing I learned about being in the RT community is that anything with any of them, like videos of them, there cannot be any content in it, and people will love it. Like, it can just be a video of Gavin, making a noise with his mouth, and people will watch it.
It's a
That's it.
3-second
That's
video,
content.
just Gavin's face, and he's just like he says hi, and that's it. That's all it is.
A video of Ryan
Yeah.
going down a slide.
Exactly. There you go. Best example.
Did you guys see Lindsay's edit of that?
Oh my God,
That
yeah.
was-
That was
Insane.
incredible.
I thought, though, the fan submission ones, the best one was like Ryan's trip, and he went through a whole bunch of
Oh, yeah.
other things.
Yeah, that
I
one.
But
did
that
think
didn't
it
make
could
the
get
top
better,
5, and
and
I
then
was
it did
like,
that.
what?
It's so good.
Fantastic, but
Well, my favorite was when like everyone decided to go the dubstep route for some reason, instead for like Lindsay and like the travel ones. My favorite was like they used copyright music. That's why it wasn't in like top 5. But it was like for the first one on the extras video, and it was like the music starts and it's going up, and then he goes waiting for the drop, and then Ryan just says, "Ha! I pre-dropped it, bitch." Like that was clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love all of those edits, but Lindsay's was easily one of my favorites.
well, I mean, she just I don't know, she just lady jizzed all over the place. It was crazy.
Wow.
Wow. So speaking of peanut butter,
God damn it.
God, okay, no, that's not where it goes. Don't do that.
You want to just
No, actually-
start talking about 9/11
Kids,
and all
don't
that?
put
Might
peanut
as
butter
well
on your
make this-
cooches, please.
We might as well.
I-
We might as well make this podcast unreleasable by now.
oh
So,
no, it's fine. It'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll just bleep it if it gets too bad, but I can make the peanut butter transition into something. Here in Detroit, there's there's a radio
Sucks
show
to be
on
you.
a station called RIF, WRIF, and there's a talk show on it every morning during the week called David Chuck the Freak, and they're one of the 3 reasons I switched from computer graphics to radio studies. And the days that I miss it in the morning, I'll go back through their mobile app and listen to the episodes. And there was one from Thursday. They talked about there's a video. I guess I don't know what kind of courtroom this is in or what kind of case they're going through, but it's a compilation of this woman saying vagina in a courtroom, just like over and over and over again.
I've seen this.
And I'm gonna play it for you guys because it's just ridiculous.
You're not gonna be able to hear it. It'll just be my laughter.
The JJ, vagina word, snitchy or snooky or cookie or something. The JJ, vagina, boobs, ass, vagina. Your vagina was very nice. Vagina. I don't think any man's gonna say I don't like the vagina. Vagina. Of course you're gonna say I like the vagina. Any man's gonna say I like the vagina when asked. Vagina. She took her pants off in front of him. You see the little vagina right in front of you. Men appreciate, some men appreciate the sight of a vagina, even. The sight of a vagina is nice.
Ow.
What the hell is that?
Sorry, that's my take your insulin alarm. So
What?
Sorry.
Oh.
Insulin.
I feel you.
It's a drug.
I know what it is. My mother uses it, or
You gotta
used to.
inject it. It's all fun.
I'm sorry, that must make you feel
So much
terrible,
fun.
Mary.
No, I don't care. I don't care.
Like I said, my mother takes it like comparing. No.
No.
So that was a compilation. It's a 30-second long video of just this woman saying vagina.
I like the way she
over
says
and
it,
over
though.
Some
Vagina.
men-
Vagina.
But I mean, she's right. Who doesn't appreciate
She
the
took
sight
off her
of a good
pants and you
vagina?
see the little vagina.
right in front of you.
I want context
Some men
now.
like the sight of a vagina.
It's like,
I'm gonna
was
see
great.
if I can
Context.
find any.
She sounded really happy about it too. Like
She had a
Vagina.
so
smile.
happy to be able to talk about it.
She had a smile on her face for most of the video.
Was she hot? Or past
Uh,
whatever.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
Sound like
no,
an old
she's
lady.
she's old and wrinkly.
Listen, have you ever seen
Like
that
my
sex talk with what's her face? That old lady?
Sex talk with Betty White.
It was no. Oh
Betty
man,
White.
that'd be great though. She's like a
exists.
Dr. Ruth. Is that it? I don't know. It was a show that was on like when I was a kid, and it was
Dr.
it was
Ruth.
great.
and you
She was
watched
just
it when
like-
you were a kid.
Yeah, she people would ask her questions about sex, and then she would answer them, and she was just very frank about
Gosh.
sex, and it was awesome because she was like
Where do
80
babies
or
come
something.
from? The uterus.
No. Like how do I want to have anal sex with my boyfriend? How do we do this?
Oh,
and she would
God.
like explain it. No,
Was
she.
this before the internet?
Yeah.
Because now it's just like, well,
Listen.
I don't want to go. I don't
Who
wanna
are you
go into
going to
the
ask? Are you
conversation
going to
that
ask
we
your
had.
parents about that? Or are you just going to get yourself in trouble because you don't know what you're doing? Or are you going to listen
I
to
got
old
stuck.
lady
I'm
talk?
stuck. I'm stuck. How do I get out?
You're stuck. Too much peanut butter.
Well, I mean, someone like Peter or Chris might get stuck, but me, I just slide out. It's no big deal.
Wait,
Is that a tiny dick joke?
What does that
And when I-
mean?
does
And
that
when
mean,
I say no big deal, I mean no big deal.
wait,
Oh,
so that
you
wasn't
gotta-
what? He dissed himself and then applied what?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So that's the only reason people didn't beat me up in high school was because in any school is because I just made fun of myself, and they're like, okay, you can leave.
Do you have a vagina? Is that what you're saying?
No.
We're gonna learn something about
I'd be-
Marcel.
I think I'd be a pretty ugly
Marcel.
chick, to be honest. Be a pretty fucking ugly chick.
Well, Caitlyn Jenner.
Kim Davis.
Oh my God! So, did you see her interview on Ellen?
I did.
Yeah, where she's
I
like,
can't
I don't
believe that.
agree with gay marriage.
I
Yeah,
can't
she
believe
had
that.
a negative
I'm-
stance on gay marriage,
I'm
and Ellen
confused by
bashed
that.
her for it.
Well, she didn't bash her.
Good.
She's just like, you realize you're a hypocrite, right?
Yeah,
She did
well,
it in her
good
very
for Ellen.
nice Ellen way.
the nicest of Ellen ways.
It's
The,
like, how
I'm
can
being
you
stern with
say
you, but,
that?
You know.
You're on Ellen. Like, that's not how it works.
No, not even you're
Well-
on. Not even you're on Ellen. You're
It's like Michael
Caitlyn
Jackson.
Jenner
Maybe not Michael
Right,
Jackson.
you're-
but,
having a
You're
negative
sort of you've
opinion
sort
on
of,
gay marriage.
she has become a voice of people who don't have a voice, and as part of her voice, she's not even like, oh no, I'm supportive of it, even if she's sort of on the fence about it. She's like, yeah, no. I'm a traditionalist.
The problem I have with most of this is that a lot of people in the mainstream media, you know, they only have very few ideas and like examples of transgender people in the transgender community and stuff. And so I was like, okay, good. At least, you know, with this Caitlyn Jenner thing, it'll get a bit more, you know, like spotlight. People will understand it a bit more. And then she comes out with this. I'm like, oh my god, you're hurting me. Why do you do this?
Right.
And like, I only know so much because, you know, I have a friend who's transgender, and that's my only like educational outlet, I guess, or informative outlet. So it's the only reason I know stuff about it.
You got more education than most people.
Yeah, and most people in the media are just like, oh, you know, you can bleep this out, right? You know, they use the T word. I'm not gonna say it. The T word and stuff like that. Just calling them, you know, out like that, or drag queens and stuff like that. That's not what that is, but that's how people in the mainstream see it.
I heard a newscast when I was living in Iowa. I'm in Florida now, but when I was living in Iowa, somebody said transvestite instead of transgender as the same word, and I was like, have you seen Rocky Horror? You should know the difference.
Yeah, or like I think Eddie Izzard puts that in perspective. It's like he likes to refer to transvestite
man, he's
as
so great.
I know, but he refers to transvestite as not drag queens, male tomboy, and I think that's a lot better. It's just like he still likes women. He just likes dressing in women's clothing.
And he's sexy as hell.
Yeah,
he works it.
Damn it. I don't like his beard though, but like 90s Eddie Izzard is amazing.
Oh yeah.
When he's in San Francisco, in that weird ass space outfit. Oh yeah.
One thing I don't understand about people is like how they can get so like anal and angry about like gay marriage and the gay community in general.
People
and,
naturally need something to bitch about, and that's a pain.
My parents are absolutely like that. But you should see how many times a day they're listening to Queen and what's his name, Billy Idol or Boy George. I'm sorry, Boy George.
Oh, okay.
Boy George.
And I'm like,
Billy
you guys
Idol?
have a problem with gay people, and you're listening to this. Oh my god. Like one of the two most like openly, I don't know about openly in Freddie Mercury's case, but like
I
gay
think
men
people
in
sort of
the
knew.
music industry. Yeah, it was. You know,
I don't think he hid anything.
definitely
I just
not.
think that maybe people didn't know what to call it.
Yeah, at that point they're just like, what? But you know,
Well, everyone was so
that's-
scared about
that's how that is.
AIDS. They didn't really care about gay people
And
so much as they cared about people getting
I
sick
think
because it was, you know,
Freddie
it was a
Mercury
drug
was one of the
thing,
people
too.
that made that like really known, right? Because like, I mean, it was
Right.
happening. The AIDS virus was killing people, but it wasn't. I don't think it was getting as much attention as when Freddie Mercury. You know,
No,
came out
because
and had
people were like, gay people are getting it and drug users are getting it. So why is it important to me? When because they didn't understand, and it happened
Then it
so
happens to
fast. I
happens to
read this.
Freddie Mercury. They're like, oh my god.
I read this book about it and how the lesbian community was sort of the caretaker community at that time, because they would just end up taking care of somebody until they died and then just immediately move on to somebody else, and it would happen so fast and it was so depressing. So let's talk about something else.
Yeah, let's maybe we should talk about Rooster Teeth. I mean, we are the Fancast. We've only talked about it for about 10 minutes.
Well, I tried to make a transition.
And then we transitioned back
it
into
wasn't
peanut
appropriate.
butter. And then, I don't know.
Okay, I'm not. I have no authority here, but I'm officially saying no more peanut butter and no urine.
Okay,
Wow.
No more Kim Davis.
What about
no more
children?
Pokemon.
What
Stop.
about jerking off in the shower?
That wasn't.
Like what Chris was doing when
Crying.
he was on his phone in the bathroom.
And crying, lots of crying. Lots of
I haven't
tears.
heard Chris's sweet voice in a while.
He's been pretty silent.
Oh
But
yeah.
Oh
Look at
boy.
that. Okay, Murdoch. All right.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
You ever hear of a boner killer? Because that was one.
Jeez.
You sound like
Okay,
the guy
so-
who does Night Mind.
Nightmare. I don't know what that is.
Oh,
It's a YouTube
Hey,
channel.
I'll bring
Night
something
Mind.
up.
You sound the same as the guy. I thought you were him for a second there.
Is it?
are
it
you guys
Canadian?
sponsors?
I am.
on the site?
No.
I
I
can't
wish.
afford McDonald's.
That there's the Let's Play Live documentary that comes out in 2 days.
Monday. No, it comes out Monday, doesn't it?
I
Yeah,
saw
2 days.
I saw the trailer for that, and it made me want to be a sponsor.
Yeah, same.
Listen, yeah, I mean, I think free play is enough reason to be a sponsor, especially since
Yeah.
sponsorships
Or
are
any of their
expensive, 'cause
Cards
I
Against
really
Humanity plays.
Free play is free on the site in general, but it's just site exclusive. And like watching
oh, it's
it
not
on
a
the
sponsor
site,
thing?
when I started watching stuff on the Rooster Teeth site, it gave me like a sense of like, yeah, I don't know why, I just felt so good about it. It felt much better than watching it on YouTube, even though it on the site it gives me so much trouble when watching stuff in HD, but on YouTube it doesn't. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, new site kinks.
Yeah,
They're that's a lot of people. That's a huge community to try and
It's got
reprogram
weird-
the site. I'm surprised it's doing as well as it's doing.
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's doing really well. I'm confused by its settings though. It's like instead of 380 and stuff like that, it's like 378 or something like that. It's just off numbers.
Yeah.
That-
The only thing about the RT site is I wish I could change my name on my account.
You can
You
do that now.
When?
You can.
When? Wait, I gotta do
Yeah.
this right now, do I?
Since-
Shit.
Since like now, I'm gonna.
I
steal
changed
your
it
name.
from Webble Mary Hopto to MaryPat.
God, okay, hang on. Where's
I wanted to use my
I
screen name Scramble Titan originally, and it was too long, and so I'm like, all right, well, the Marco Luna will have to do.
You guys aren't
And
screwing with me,
eventually-
right? You can actually. You're serious?
I'm not screwing with you.
Yeah.
I changed it. It is now. Mine's
I did it
Scramble
like
Titan
day
now.
one the site came up,
Where do I go?
which caused some problems for me. But
Oh my God!
Just look.
Thank
found
you.
it?
Jesus.
You found the peanut butter?
Finally.
Peter's happy.
I am excited because I hated my name. I made it
What
like
is
a
it,
couple
like-
some years ago and it sucked. There we go.
what was it?
It was one of those. It was XDJ8BitX.
That's pretty bad.
It was bad because
Peter.
it was my Xbox name, and I figured, all right, I'll just put that on there.
Oh.
And then I stopped playing Xbox, and I hated the name.
Loser.
In fact, it's my Skype name, and I can't change that.
Peter, I just realized something. I'm looking at your profile photo, and your name is Peter. I really want to hear what you sound like with a stuffy nose.
Isn't that right now?
It's
My nose is kind of stuffed right now.
a Family Guy joke.
I don't get it. Oh,
You don't get it.
oh.
If it wasn't for your curly hair.
I used to be able to do the Peter Griffin laugh, but I can't now.
Yeah, puberty does that to you. I'm still in the process.
No. That was like a year ago. It was like,
Oh. How young are you, Peter?
how young am I? Shut your mouth. That's how young I am. It's how old am I? That's the question you want to ask.
You sound like you're 20 something.
Exactly. No, Mary. No, wait. I said it like in the. Never mind.
16.
Yeah. There you go.
Peter, you gotta realize
And I
no
am-
one. At
I'm
least
a
not me. I don't listen to a
Pervy
word
old
you say.
woman doing a podcast with you youngins.
Shut up about the youngins. Jesus. Okay.
No,
I don't
listen, you
understand
guys
what
aren't
you're
that
talking
young.
about.
There's nothing about you guys that is particularly young sounding. Like, I don't sound like I'm playing Call of Duty.
Oh, shut up.
I don't. That's not what I'm getting.
Shut up about Call of Duty.
I
Don't
feel
you
like I'm
Call of
talking
Duty
to
right now?
adults.
Don't you dare.
Well,
I try to
the,
hit.
on the Rooster Teeth stuff. Should we do we have anything particular happening in the Rooster Teeth community that we should talk about, or
Well, I
Is
mean,
it
I just changed my
pretty
name.
Do you
That's
guys know
new
about
happening.
Big Bite
Big Bite?
magazine?
excuse me?
It's a magazine that these guys do. Big Bite magazine. They put it the links up on the subreddit. I just thought I'd mention it because I thought it was kind of neat. That they've had two
as-
issues.
As far as the RT community, someone I really love is I don't know if Peter mentioned him earlier. I didn't get it. You might have, but Hembo Hero.
Oh,
He
oh
makes
God,
compilation
yes.
stuff. And the RTAA and Source things, those are so cool. I don't know what it is about watching, like, you watch RTAA, it's funny, but sometimes, like, you haven't seen where that's from, so it's fun to see.
Or getting like the full
where it
context,
comes
like Jordan will cut
yeah,
stuff
full
out.
context. Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
and like when I
It's
listen
like-
to the podcast, I hate the fact that he cut like this part of the story out, but it made sense in a way. Like it made it way more ingestible.
It's funny when you hear something on a podcast. Like I listen to all the podcasts now, but it's like, and you hear something, it's a funny story, or something, like, this is going to get animated. I know it is.
I wonder how much of a back catalog he's got.
Probably, I don't think he has many, to be honest. I think.
Well, when he first started, he
when,
didn't have any, but I'm sure he's got them now.
Well, I think it helped him with when they started doing the machinimated ones in Minecraft, or somebody else started doing the Minecraft ones, and then they ran out. Like, they stopped doing those, and I think they did a GTA 5 machinima one, because they'd been getting, like, a bit of popularity on YouTube, because they would use the podcast things and then do it in GTA, which was really cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, those mini Let's Play those Let's Play minimations.
Yeah. Those were okay.
I couldn't stand those because
I didn't hate them as much as everybody else.
They used the Minecraft skins and Minecraft style of animation, but the game was never Minecraft. They had stuff from
you're right about that.
They had a clip of, I think it was the ultimate stunt video from GTA 5, but they were using Minecraft animation.
It didn't, yeah.
Like, they used Minecraft animation for Cloudberry Kingdom. It's like, it doesn't make sense.
On the guy's original channel, where he used, like, their skins, like, in the show that they were doing, they were putting on Rooster Teeth, they used, like, character models of like, Gavin, Michael, all of them. But the ones he did on his original channel, he did, like, a few, were a lot funnier, and they used the actual Minecraft skins, like the Creeper and Master Chief Armor and stuff like that.
And actually used Minecraft videos, too. Like,
yeah. It was actual Minecraft audio and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm an old man.
I was thinking like
18 years old.
And I think, the reason why I brought up Hembo Hero is that, like, I was thinking, making a reference, like, 100 years RT Fancast. It's like we're gonna have 6 seasons in a movie or some shit like that. Like, well, here's how I'm hoping this goes down. This is the first episode.
I love the community reference.
This is my prediction. We're gonna go for about 100 episodes. Half of us are gonna join Rooster Teeth. Hembo Hero makes a compilation, and then we never hear from us again.
There you go.
That's how it's going to be.
Exactly. We're all dead.
Sweet internet box reference.
Yeah.
And you can quote me. Like, if this ends after episode 2, you can still quote me on that.
I just want to say that I have the utmost respect for everybody at Rooster Teeth and everybody in the community, and I love you. Please don't hate me.
Please don't hate Marcel, also known as Marco.
Yeah.
Marco Luna!
How could anybody hate you?
If this takes off, which...
Well, there's a story I could tell.
Part of me hopes it doesn't. Yeah, I'll save that. We'll save that story.
I'm glad I wasn't there.
Like, I could tell it for you.
I'll tell you, Peter, after we're done recording and stuff. Like, I'll tell you.
I could tell it for you and
Marco,
embellish it.
I told you during that meeting that you are not getting away with not telling it. You are telling that story on this podcast. I'm not letting you get away from that.
You got 15 minutes left. Come on.
Oh,
I'm not letting you get away from that.
All right. Well, gather around, children.
Hell yeah, we'll end the podcast.
Here, you
I'm
tell
getting
your
comfy
version,
for this. Okay.
And then I'll tell my
ready?
version.
So, a couple of years ago, when I was still, my family was still being accompanied by my aunt and my little cousin. They were living with us. Great kid. He was still doing his potty training, and he had a knack of, I had to clean it up because he's a child. One time, he usually tells me, hey, I'm going to use the bathroom where I went potty. All right, I'll clean it up. He didn't tell me this time. So I went into the bathroom, I decided to move it out of the way because I wanted to use the toilet. I lifted it up, thought it was empty, looked down, saw urine. I instinctively wanted to get it away from me, so I threw it in the air. It did like a flip, got all over me, and I was covered in child urine. Now, I went out of the bathroom in a state of shock, looked over at my little cousin. He was just smiling. And called my mom, went upstairs, took a shower, and cried. And according to MaryPat, according to Mary, I masturbated. But that is not true. That is up for debate.
And cried. You told me you cried.
I said I cried, and you somehow interpreted that as me jerking off to it, you sick
Because you were ashamed. You were like, I'm turned on by this, but I'm ashamed of it.
No, I was not.
It's
a sexual revolution.
Marco, we're all friends here. You can admit to us your sexual desires. It's okay.
Get out of my sight.
We'll get Chris to cut it out. It'll be fine. It won't be everywhere, okay? It'll be okay.
It won't be ever. I'll
People
only
can
be on
ship
the.
you urine.
Martin,
I'll only be on the list.
The list.
He'll be on several lists in 7
Yeah.
countries.
I'll have to
Listen, it
knock on
hasn't even
people-
been released yet, and he's already there.
I'll have to knock on people's doors, be like, "Hey, so this happened." 8-year-olds, man.
Every time we do this
8?
podcast, we'll have to start it
No,
with
no, it's a
8-year-olds.
that's a Big Lebowski joke.
8-year-olds. Oh, right, yeah.
Okay. I was like, wait, were you 8? Was he 8? What?
No, in the Big
I missed
Lebowski,
the reference.
there's like this character. Also, I think that's John Leguizamo.
Again.
Yeah, we've
Bringing it
come
back.
full circle. Well, he plays this one Hispanic dude, and apparently, he was exposing himself to 8-year-olds. And there's this joke in the scene where, what's the fat guy's name?
John Goodman.
Fat guy that's in everything.
John Goodman.
John Goodman, yeah. John Goodman is like 8-year-olds, dude.
That's what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps.
Every episode after this, we're gonna have to. When I do Marco's intro, I'll have to play police siren noises.
Oh my God. This is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
It's also going to hurt you that we'll upload, but
How
we'll
do we move
misspell
on
your
from
name
that?
as
How do
Marcel.
we move on from me covered in a child's urine? I'm pretty sure some of it got in my mouth, by the way, which I forgot to mention.
There's a gun in your mouth.
I'm pretty sure some of it got in my mouth.
Oh, that's so much worse than what I heard. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, Jesus, Peter.
I was too busy being like 13 and crying.
No one's too busy for that.
And
Oh.
masturbating.
Shut up.
Listen,
So, anyone
it's
else have
okay
a
to
fun
be who you
story they
are.
want to tell that relates to children or urine or masturbating?
I don't
Please,
think we
go
can.
right ahead.
I don't know how we can move on from this story.
It's getting a little awkward. I'll tell you.
Urine is
So I'm
yellow.
going to school to be a teacher.
Oh,
That.
How about them apples?
really?
Oh,
Do you expect to get pissed on?
I can
That's
imagine
not my fetish.
kids listening to this podcast and they'll start bringing up peanut butter around you.
My fetish is entirely different.
You want to be a teacher, but this
Listen,
just
I
ruined
hate
your
peanut
career.
butter. I hate
Oh,
peanut butter.
Jesus.
I'm just saying I know of a few things. That's all I'm saying.
Know of a few.
I don't like.
I'll be the carer of it all. If somebody brings me peanut butter, I'll slap it out of their hands.
Are you saying we're gonna get big enough and we're gonna go conventions? We're gonna have our booth.
No, I mean like if
No.
we're in a shopping mart, if you see me in a grocery store, just grab a Jiffy.
Hey, it's RT
Put it over to me,
Fancast,
okay.
Marcel Luna.
Oh my God!
Can you sign
Marcel
my jar of
Moon.
peanut butter?
Can you sign my jar?
Why would they get Marco to sign it? Why not Mary?
Get Mary. She's the one that give me.
Mary
go
approved
find
peanut
the
butter.
Porta potty. Go find the kids' potties, and I'll sign it.
Kids' potties full of urine at the side. Then they'll dump it on you and leave.
I'm at least glad it was a relative, it wasn't
And
just some
by
weird
his count,
kid.
it's in a shopping mall, so this is going to be like public. People are going to see this and wonder what
I
the hell
feel
just
like
happened.
we've gotten to a weird place, guys.
We were
I
in a
don't know
weird
how
place
we got-
40 minutes ago.
You didn't. You literally brought up BDSM within the first 10 minutes, and now it's in a weird place.
I don't think I brought that up. I think that I
definitely
added
You brought
to
it
the
up
Testing
conversation.
one.
the podcast we don't speak of, and then I brought it up to bring it up again.
So, for Peter, there's a podcast we don't speak of. For us,
Oh, yeah.
Chris, Mary, and me, there's 2 we don't speak
There's
of.
2 you don't-
But I
yeah.
already told the story from the one we don't speak of.
Fuck
so.
that! I'm gonna talk about it all the time.
All right.
Yeah, we
No.
did a pre-podcast meetup, and
We didn't invite you, Peter, because,
No, you did
Well,
invite
no.
me. I just couldn't be there.
Yeah, Peter, that's
No,
the one I
Peter,
told
we
you when I-
didn't invite you. No. Nobody
Shut up!
likes us.
You didn't invite me. Chris invited me.
I don't know who Chris
Mark-
is, man. I run this whole thing. I run this operation.
His
gotta-
name is
Take
Dan.
your place.
Excuse me.
Listen, Mexican.
Listen, Hispanic.
I will reach through this Skype call and smack you with your own maracas. Shut your mouth.
Magaluna.
Sounds like
I
that
feel like we
Fringe
already
episode.
ended. I feel like we ended by now. I feel like I might have stopped
No,
my
we
recording.
still got like
Just
8
kidding.
minutes left according to Dan's time. Chris's time, whatever his name is.
Din.
Chris
my name
Dan
is
Miller
Chris.
H. What the hell is your name, man?
My
I don't
name's
know what
Chris.
his name is.
Okay.
I go by Dan Miller online. sometimes.
Fair
And
enough.
sometimes I go by David F. Tyler because I don't like how people pronounce my last name. It's really annoying.
How's your last name?
Chris, what?
pronounced?
Tell us.
My-
tell us.
my-
tell us.
my-
Bleep it out.
No, type it, and then we'll try to pronounce it.
Okay, yeah,
go for
good
it.
idea.
Yeah, do it. Type
So,
I gotta bring up chat.
try and pronounce that.
Haag.
it. Haag.
Hog.
I say
Haag.
Haag.
I know because I had a teacher with that last
Peter's
name.
right.
I'm right, because I know someone who has the same last name.
It's a
I do too.
long A.
Yeah, Haag.
It's not Hog?
No,
It's Haag.
Oh.
it's not Hog and it's not Hag.
Oh, what is it?
You're a hag, Chris.
It's neither of those.
Oh, damn.
Oh. Well, look at that.
But
That's
I
weird. My
hate
teacher went by Hog.
I hate how people pronounce my last name, so I just avoid it entirely by using two different names online.
Hog? You
Yeah,
hate
that'll
Hog?
help.
Dan
Why do you
sort
hate
it
Hog?
out.
What's wrong with Hog, man? Why don't you like Hog?
Shut up.
Shut up,
For the same
Luna.
reason- For the same reason I dislike when people call me Hag, and then ignore me when I correct them and continue to call me Hag. That happens a lot. That happens too often.
Happened
Listen,
too much in gym
my
class?
my first name is MaryPat. Nobody's ever gotten that right the first time ever.
I just assume your last
So I
name
feel
is
your
Patrick.
pain.
What, Mary Pat? How difficult could that be to say?
First, listen separately, super easy names, but together, for some reason, it just like explodes people's brains or
Wait,
makes them...
that isn't your last name?
Pat? No.
No. What are you how'd you not get that?
I thought it was short for Patrick. Your full first name is MaryPat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
What the fuck?
Makes full sense.
Marco, did you not know this?
Doesn't make any fucking sense. I assumed her last name was like
You
Patrick.
guys talked 3 times. How'd you not figure that out?
Marco,
I don't
her
ask her
name is
questions.
also in both of the schedule documents. Her full name is on the
full
spreadsheet
name's
and
there.
in the table. And you had
May
to
or may
have
not
looked
have
at
read
them
those.
to written your name down. Oh my god.
See, this is why we have to spell his name Marcel in the thing, because for God's sake, he doesn't know anyone
Marcel.
else's name.
This is why we have to screw your name up now.
This is why, yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
screw it
I
up
was-
the whole time.
This
My
whole
dogs are
episode, I was
barking
trying
right
to be
now,
his
so I
hype
muted
man
myself.
for his stories and for his rap career. And this is how I get repaid.
Career doesn't even know your name. I am
I'm
genuinely.
never gonna learn your name. First of all,
I'm genuinely
just never gonna
surprised
learn
about how what kind of chemistry we have, considering the fact that we talked all twice, or 3 times in your case.
it. I'm surprised I like you as much as I do.
Were you planning
we
on
could have an
hating
orgy.
us? Were you gonna go into this like
was
the bitter person? Like, this sucks.
Peter, I was talking to you.
I know, I hate you too, but it's like, at least I'm gonna try to make something out of it.
No,
Make it
I
some
mean,
entertaining, something to listen to, you know?
It's weird how like the chemistry is between us, because this started as a post on Reddit, and
Yeah.
neither of us had seen anything of each other or heard. Well, none of us saw each other until I started adding you guys as contacts on Skype. We didn't hear how each other sounded until the pre-podcast meeting on Tuesday that Peter, you didn't
I
even
wasn't even
attend.
there.
It was just the 3 of us. And just like
Again, because he wasn't invited.
You're gonna have a tough job, Chris, because you've got other podcasts with other people, and you got to hope to replicate this at least on some level.
I've only got the one, the Voice Actors Anonymous podcast. I had that meeting earlier today at like 4:30, and it was phenomenal.
Oh, really?
Like, it's
Awesome.
it's a much bigger group, but we got along.
Chris is cheating on us.
Yeah, sorry guys, I have 2 commitments.
He's
No,
shamelessly
I
plugging his other podcast in our podcast.
Hey guys,
That we're not a
I'll-
part of.
hey guys, be sure to subscribe too.
no, I'm not gonna do that. But I told them.
So what
when,
you do is you blindfold the person, and then you put the peanut butter on their feet.
Really? That's it?
Jesus Christ, Mary.
I mean, that's part 1.
What's part 2?
Okay,
Part 2,
now
electric
now
boogaloo.
that you say that, Mary, I know exactly where you're going with that.
Yeah,
that makes
like,
sense.
I've heard of that. That's just
Yeah.
surprisingly tame.
Listen,
You want tame? Look up
if
Bill
you got
Cosby
it,
sweater.
if you've got a ginger root up your ass at the same time, it's no longer just
Like
Oh,
okay, you're saying
Jesus.
this, but I've heard of worse. I've
Well,
heard of
okay.
way worse.
Listen, I'm
Cleveland
trying to take
steamer.
it easy on you guys. Listen, I'll get the St. Andrew's cross out. I'll get the flogger. I'll get the flogger made of chains.
How about knives?
God,
Have you got
yeah.
knives yet?
Listen, blood play is a heated topic.
No, not even
debate.
like blood play, just like attempted murder.
What the fuck?
How is that? What?
Snuff.
That's not BDSM. Unless you're mutually.
Wow, Peter, that laughter is scary. You're worrying me a little.
All right.
This podcast comes out, and we're not going to make it to the next one. Peter's going to have killed us by then.
Killed all of
Peter's
you.
going to be
I'm
the
not in
only
The next
Florida.
podcast
I'm
will
in
just be me.
Saskatchewan.
Hey everybody, welcome to the
Hello,
Rooster
welcome to
Teeth
the
Fancast.
Peter.jpg podcast.
Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Fancast. We have no special guest this week, and I'm your host. Today we'll be talking about knives and murder. Speaking of which-
Peter, and Peter.
And then, like, in the link up, there'll just be 3 images, and it'll be each of your dead bodies in a particular position that I put them in
Oh,
for the
good
picture.
lord.
If you want
Well,
to...
I don't want to be cocky or anything, but I don't think you could take me down.
I could fight you
God.
on.
Are we going, like, hand-to-hand, or do we get weapons?
You all can
Even
kill
with
me
a weapon,
easily.
unless that you had a gun, I'm pretty sure I have the.
I mean, I live in
I have
rural
no idea
Canada.
what
It ain't
Chris
hard to
looks
get a
like,
gun
but I
out here.
imagine he's a pretty big guy because he sounds big.
I'm 6'2", 270.
Yeah,
Holy
and Mary's
shit.
Mary's a grown
I'm
woman,
6'2".
and Peter is just big. So you guys would kill me.
Yeah.
I'm a 5'2", skinny little kid.
You could just breathe on Marco, and he'll float away like a leaf.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. I weigh 100
Dead.
pounds.
He looks out his window and he sees me rolled
110.
up with a freaking sickle, and he just has a heart attack.
Jesus Christ.
110, Marco. I'm more than twice your weight.
God. Lose some fucking weight, man.
Listen, if we all end up at like the same RTX or whatever, this is going to be an interesting photo to take.
Absolutely.
We can do the raising the bar thing.
We'd have to, right, to get you in frame.
Oh.
No, we have to be ordered. We have to be listed in order of height, and then we'll take the picture, and it'll just be Marco's head, and then the rest of us.
No, Marco, it's okay. We'll bring an apple box for you to stand on.
Oh, thank you.
At
Appreciate
least
it, man.
2.
I was watching The No, and Ashley and Meg were doing a thing together, and I was like, Meg's not as tall as Ashley. Ashley's tall. And then she falls off her box at the end, and I'm like,
Yeah,
funny.
I have a box.
Yeah,
That's
she's
hilarious.
super short.
Sure as shit.
she is super short.
When you
Well,
when you
Ashley's
see
also
Meg
really
by
tall.
herself, she looks perfectly like fine, average height and stuff. When she's next to another human being, like in pictures and stuff, she is tiny, minuscule little baby.
Oh yeah, did you see her her appearance on the podcast with Ryan? Like seeing Meg and Ryan next to each other, standing up. It was like the camera was
Ryan looks
framed.
like her father.
I
Yeah,
don't feel comfortable talking about Ryan
Like-
and Meg because I don't want to.
Meg's
go anywhere.
head as she was leaning on Ryan didn't come up to his shoulder. It's like
Please don't
either
use the word
Meg's
head
super
and Meg and Ryan at the same time.
It's either like Ryan got super big or Meg's really small.
Meg's really small.
Small. God.
She's a tiny person.
We've reached our hour and a half mark, ladies and gentlemen, with no technical I'm just kidding.
Marco,
I got the
I would
joke.
have
Yeah,
reached through the
that's
Skype call and killed your ass.
I'm looking at Audacity. It says this space remaining.
I'm the
for
only
recording
person
10
you haven't
minutes.
threatened with murder.
What the hell?
I need to
Dude,
delete
I have
shit off my hard
147
drive? What?
hours. I have 147 hours, man. What are you on about?
I'm running out of disk space somehow.
Maniac. I can clear your disk.
It's 128 gigabyte SAT drive, and there's nothing on it. What are you talking about? I have disk. Oh.
There's a lot of
Oh.
it's board drive.
No, that's the 4 terabyte.
Oh.
Okay. Maybe because I installed like 10 games on here. That's probably all that is. Deleting
Peter's
that.
middle name is Fogel, by the way.
What?
So Peter, you have like 10 minutes left of recording space.
Well, it said, like, I'm looking at the bottom, it says, this space remains for recording for 10 minutes. I'm like, what? We've
mean-
only been recording for an hour and a half. Like, it should be much bigger than that. So I deleted Lemmings, and now it's bigger. It's
All right.
Chris, oh my god.
don't worry, we're fine. We're okay. It's okay.
Chris, when you cut this together and stuff, are you going to be cutting anything, like, making it shorter, or is you just going to upload the whole thing, like, with, like, certain
I'm
bleeps
gonna-
and lowers?
I'm gonna lower. I've got the 3 marks to lower Mary's audio.
I would
but
imagine you'd cut
I'm
out some
not
of the
gonna-
awkward silence.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut a few awkward silences.
Unless it's for comedic effect, then you kind of gotta leave them in. Like,
Yeah,
when
like
it's
a
really
false
signed, and
laugh.
then we just say 9/11 or whatever.
But I'm not gonna. No, I have no plans
my
on
God.
bleeping
I
anything.
wanted-
Obviously, I'm gonna be, running your files through a filter to get rid of noise. Mary, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's like you're in the middle of a tornado.
Well, I completely slammed my computer, so
Sorry.
you have to cut that out. There's a big
and,
giant,
and then Marco, you beat up your
chunk in mine.
computer.
Yeah.
I haven't punched
So
my
should we
desk.
say
That
our
sounded
goodbyes to
terrible.
the lovely people?
Have I sounded like I'm in a tornado the whole time?
No,
No.
Not,
really, not the whole
not the whole time, just occasionally.
there was like 2 times where it just sounded like you went into the Twilight Zone, basically. Like, it was just like...
Said something.
That's what it sounded like. It was just weird.
No, I
At
would have
least
said
Chris
something
didn't
if
go
you
Megatron on us.
I would have said something if at any point you were talking for a long amount of time while that was happening. You weren't, so I'm just gonna silence your
Yeah.
audio for that
It
portion.
was just during, like, silences.
All right,
we did
that's
that,
cool.
or whatever.
That's gonna be
It seems
another
like a
big
lot of
part of
technical
audio
talk,
editing.
so
'Cause
maybe we should give our adios, our goodbyes.
What are we
that's the
talking
thing. I'm also gonna silence when I opened my bag of Fritos and started eating that
Did you-
because I can't.
about? I
When-
muted my mic every time
when
I
did you do
sneeze,
that?
So there's that.
When did I do that? I did that like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just
heard
in like
it.
there
yeah.
were a few
Earlier,
times
my dogs were
I'd,
barking, so I had to mute it.
I'd back away from my mic and I'd eat a few Fritos and I'd get back up.
No, I did into the mic. They're eating into the mic. Fucking hell.
Oh, that sounded delicious.
What was
Dude,
that?
I want
It's
the
just
Fritos
stale
That's not-
Cheeto.
now. God,
Oh, so not
that's exactly
delicious.
what it sounds like. Stop.
Sounds sort of like bacon.
No one's gonna listen to this if you're doing that.
That does sound like bacon. That sounds exactly like bacon.
This is why I got an expensive mic, so I can make mouth sounds.
Sounds like Cheetos to me. Sounds just like Cheetos.
I
Okay,
will.
That didn't
I
sound
will
appetizing
kill you.
At all. That sounded awful.
Oh, I can do that. Shit.
I will. Don't you dare start doing that.
God, stop.
Okay.
Okay, so we've been going for about an hour and 35 minutes. I figure that's pretty good for the first episode.
Yeah, and you'll cut a few moments
Only,
like that
only
technical
10
jargon.
minutes of that
so-
was Rooster Teeth talking.
Yeah.
At least
Well,
a
that-
minute
that's
was
part-
me being
what-
excited that I could change my name.
Hey guys, we love
That's-
you.
that's-
Yay!
that's one of the
Gabino,
things
The more
Michael,
you
my
know.
boy, let's get going. Yeah.
So happy.
That's one of the things I want to do with this podcast is it's in the RT community, all of us are Rooster Teeth fans, but I also don't want to narrow it to be like just like a Rooster Teeth recap podcast.
It's
We're gonna
we
run out
kinda
of
have
stuff
Just
to talk
talk
about
about-
real quick.
We kind of have to find like a perfect balance between like shit
Yeah.
happening in
Rooster
the real
Teeth
world,
and current
shit happening
events,
at our
yeah.
Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter and all that, and personal stories.
I mean, as far as,
it's
like,
really hard to
a
do
list-
that.
Yeah, as far as
Well,
like
listen,
a list of
this is
things,
one of
like
those things.
a topic list, we didn't get very far into your topic list, I guess, Chris.
We got to Kim Davis, then we went to BDSM, and
No,
then we went to
uh,
Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
We got through all the stuff on my list.
Oh, you got rid of the 9/11
You
stuff.
must have had a
Oh.
short list.
You did not have a very long list, sir.
I came out saying that I have a short list of topics.
Oh,
You've got a short
I said that. I said that almost immediately.
when you said in the chat, "Get your topics ready," I'm like, I had to make a topic list too. Oh God.
I'll make
you
one, I
made
just
me
didn't know I had
panic.
to.
Listen, I think that if we keep doing this, that we'll eventually just sort of figure out a balance naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with the four of us, there's got to be like a certain system, but obviously new people are going to come into this. Other people
Oh, yeah, we're
from
gonna have
the community.
yes.
Who also
It's
say-
not always gonna be the four of us.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
always gonna be
us.
Chris, though.
Always gonna be Chris.
Always.
Yes.
You enjoy his voice.
He's the
Of
Chris
Gus
is God.
Giant.
of this.
Yes, I'm the
And when
Gus.
Chris isn't here, everything goes to shit. I mean,
I'm
more so.
gonna start. I'm gonna start doing that, giving myself top and bottom billing.
We have Chris, Mary, Marcel, Peter, and Chris.
Marcel.
Fe-
This is
featuring
going to
Chris.
turn from the RT Fancast to the RT wannabe RT podcast.
Rooster Teeth wannabe Fancast. Oh God.
Marcel, Peony,
The fake
Krista,
RT
and Mary.
podcast.
Can I be Bernie if we're doing that?
That's what we
No.
should have called it. Was the fake RT podcast? God.
Fake age, fuck. Fake age
Do you
group.
think? Do you think Achievement Hunter is going to do a podcast? Because I feel like they're hinting all over the place.
That's what any
really
Let's
hope they
Play
do.
by Achievement Hunter is.
Yeah, I feel like
No,
that's
no,
Day
but,
driving
like-
mainly.
Like they play
There's a
games
certain
and they
amount
talk
of time
too.
that they have to talk. Yeah, but they have to talk
mean, but,
about
like-
the game, or they have to
Yeah.
talk about strategy.
a
or
lot
half
of
the
whatever.
times
time
they
So
talk
there
about
is-
the game or what they're doing. I
No,
want to hear
no,
them just
like a lot of the
talk.
time they don't. But
Like, go watch
I
the patch
still
episodes
think-
that was AH members on the patch, and that's
Oh,
that's
the
the
April
AH
Fool's
podcast.
2.0.
Yeah,
I think I'd really
great.
like an Achievement Hunter podcast.
I would.
Well, they seem to be heavily hinting it. I really hope it's something they try.
But it's just
I
like,
mean,
like
that's-
Well,
especially
Michael was
because I
hinting
like
at
to
it.
hear
Jeff
from the
was
B
begging
team
him
as
not
much as
to.
I hear from the main 5. I really like the B team. Like everybody else, everything I've heard about everybody else is great. Like, have you watched any of Jeremy's channel? His duly
Yes,
noted
I love Papers,
Yeah.
Please on that. channel.
Papers,
Shout out to
Please,
him.
right? And then
Fucking amazing.
he did the Party Hard today, and that was fun. He's great.
Whenever he pulls out that lint roller, I know I'm gonna be rolling on my ass laughing about it.
Yeah. He calls that character LaQuisha. At least that's
LaQuisha?
what he told me.
I thought it was gonna be like Jeremiah or something like that.
Jeremiah
Was that racist?
and Jerem. I can't even say it.
Hey girl, it's me, Jeremiah. What's
All
good?
right.
Okay.
No, that's sort of how he talks, though. That's how he does his Papers, Please. I started
can
playing
do the-
Papers, Please because it
Hold
looked
on,
like
I'll
he
do
was having
the-
fun. I can't figure out
I'll
that
do the
game.
Hispanic one. It won't be racist. Hey, what's up, girl? How you doing? There you go. Not racist.
Marco Luna.
I'm Mexican. I can do that.
Where are the senoritas?
That was pretty good, actually.
God. Why, thank you. I live in California, so.
Donde está la biblioteca?
Shut your goddamn mouth. You don't get to
Parlez-vous
use that
français?
word. That's our word. What?
French.
All right,
Ich
so I
bin
think,
eine
we should,
Frau.
I think we should
Ich
call
bin
it
eine
now.
Frau.
I do gotta
Du
go.
bist
so.
ein Mann.
Speak some Jew.
What? Wow.
Oh, God. And here's the part where where
I've
you
got
have
the
to
eye
start
of the
taking some
tiger,
shots.
maybe.
All right, and here's where I have to start bleeping.
That'll be fine. No one will be offended.
Okay.
No, yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Hey, do you know when we're going to do this again?
We didn't do enough for me to start bleeping.
Seriously?
Black cock.
I like
Jesus.
Big dick.
All right, enough of that shit.
veiny,
Okay.
tanned,
Sorry.
hairy,
Shut up.
Peanut butter.
Oh my god.
peanut butter, yeah.
Thanks everybody for listening. We'll see.
Yeah, and on,
Marshall,
and
you
on
can't
that
end
lovely,
this.
and on that lovely note, I'm gonna call this podcast to an end. It was a pleasure talking with you guys,
Real pleasure.
All right. Yes.
and
It's pleasurable.
This is probably gonna end up to like an hour max of like listenable content.
no, we got like after all of the cuts, we're gonna have like an hour and a half of content.
Oh my
It's
God.
gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be amazing.
All right.
It is going to
Well,
be awesome.
see you guys next time, hopefully. And thank you all for listening.
Yeah, do you have an idea of when it'll be the 4 of us again?
Well, I have that second document with the table, and that's for who can do Fridays, who can do Saturdays. There aren't. Last time I looked, there weren't a whole lot of people that could do Fridays, and I think that's when the podcasts are going to be. So,
Sounded
the
a
four of
difficulty
us, I'm
last time.
thinking it's going to be the 4 of us again in 2 weeks, unless I get a whole flood of people on that table.
Yeah.
All right.
Fair enough.
All right. Sweet.
This is
was
like
nice
one of the
talking to you
highlights of my week now. So.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, this
Don't
this
just
is
forget,
pretty
please.
awesome.
I don't talk to a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't either, but that's mostly because I've lived here for 2 weeks. So I don't know
Alright.
anybody.
Well then, thank you once again, everyone.
Yeah, thanks
We'll see you
for
later.
thanks for joining us to listen to us ramble on. Thank you to Mary, Marco, and Peter for joining me for this inaugural episode of the RT Fancast. I've been your
First
host.
annual.
First annual.
First try, everybody. First
Going for
try.
2
Oh, yeah,
decades.
Second try.
remember this is
First
the
try,
first time
2.0.
we've tried this.
Yeah, we
right,
we
yeah.
never tried to record anything before this. This is our first try.
I don't know who these
nailed
people
it.
are.
All right, I will be back next week, hopefully with one or more of you guys.
Hopefully.
Thank you all for listening. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.
Adios.